Schedules may be used for many purposes, most commonly for control over employee access times, door unlock schedules, and HVAC setbacks. Schedule types are dependent on the system and its capabilities. When saving a schedule, there are options to batch these schedules to multiple systems if necessary, which will simplify the management of multiple locations. A time window are used for weekly times, which may be applied to a profile or system code for access permissions, can also be applied for automatic door or output actions. And essentially, you specify each time of the week. There's some systems will have an ending day. So essentially, the stop time can extend to another day if necessary. Other systems, instead of an ending day, you can specify a time earlier for the stop time. For instance, on Thursday here, we have it starting at 5 a.m. and ending at 3 a.m. So this means that this 3 a.m. is actually Friday, 3 a.m. So that would extend Thursday beyond midnight. Some systems may also have holidays to be configured and applied to a time window. Holidays are exceptions to the normal week. And we can view our holidays here where we enter the dates. Some systems will just have a single date to be entered. Others, like this one, can have a date range if necessary. You'll apply it to a group, A, B, or C. A typical use case for that is full day holidays may be group A, half days could be group B, and so forth. Once you assign the dates to a group, then you can set how you want the holiday to override the normal daytimes by setting a group time. So that would be this selections here. If you want the holiday to completely override the normal time, you would leave these times blank. If we wanted to do a half day, we could set those times here, such as 8 to noon. So a group B holiday would be, instead of the normal, let's say it's Wednesday, instead of it being 9:30 to 10:30, it could be 8 to noon or whatever is applicable for them. Another setting on a time window is for it to be temporary. And the temporary time option is if you want this schedule to only be active during certain periods, or you want to set up a future schedule, and then have it remain active permanently. And that would be if you only specify a start time and no end time. You want these start and end times to be reflective of when the schedule should be activated and deactivated. The start and end temporary times are not when you want the schedule to operate. Those operation times will still be set here below for the week. This is the time when you want the schedule to be sent to the system and activated, and then if you do specify an end time, when you want it to be deactivated, so no longer function. Once you have your time windows specified, you can apply that to system profiles or codes, like I mentioned. But another option is to apply that to a door, and that would keep the door unlocked during the times specified. It is possible to specify just a stop or lock time, and essentially no start time. And this can be used as a failsafe to ensure the door is locked at certain times if it happened to be manually unlocked at some point during the day. You can add multiple time windows if necessary, and that would set the door to be unlocked at different times in a given day or a week if required. Some systems have an override option which can be enabled, and this would prevent the door from unlocking if the intrusion area is armed. Once that area becomes disarmed, then the door schedule will be in effect. This is a helpful feature when the building is temporarily closed due to weather. Some systems will use a user group schedule versus a time window to apply to system codes for access permissions. You can specify a start and end time and which days of the week you want that to be um, active and allowed access, and then also whether or not the holiday dates will apply. On these systems, the holidays are set to an index number 1 through 8. You can specify a name of the particular dates. You can add additional dates in each of these spots by clicking the plus, and then, for instance, we could add Valentine's Day there if we wanted. And so, however you apply those, you can set whether or not you want access on those particular sets of holidays. Some thermostats have scheduling options, and this particular one has 3 comfort mode setback settings, which can be applied at different times during the week. So they get applied here, and these are times based on what was configured. And if you need to add additional times, we can expand this, and you can set up to half-hour intervals of every day. There is the comfort mode can be set when the thermostat is operating in the standard setting versus the alternate setting, and that's selected here. The standard and alternate setting can be toggled manually when viewing the thermostat on the HVAC page, or commonly it can be automatically set to the alternate setting when the system is armed and the standard setting when disarmed, and this is accomplished by configuring an interaction event rule.